I want to briefly review what this is all about. And you see the accompanying dances, including the Laga Logo Tulio Jumo. Then, apart from music and dancers, you also will be seeing various types of indigenous woven cloth in our world. We have on the stand Mrs. Adewale and Madam Omiri. From where you are seated, I believe that you can catch some glimpse of the display they have, and at an apportioned time we will be inviting you to move closer to take a look at them and to make your choice. This native woven industry is one which is capable of engaging the attention of many of our youths to learn it. And Mrs. Adewale will speak about her efforts in this regard. It is now very common to find graduates who operate boutiques, and you find that they bring a freshness and intelligence to it that those who are not educated can bring into it. We are also hoping, therefore, that if we can showcase these materials, and if we can advertise the opportunities for youth to get engaged in them, that in the not too distant future, you will be walking the streets of Europe and America and identifying on those who you are in their midst materials that are indigenous to our kingdom. That is our hope. Apart from music and Ashawo and the dancers, we also have different types of masquerades. You can see here that the religion we subscribe to here is Christianity or Muslim. So the appearance of the masquerades here is based on the fact that they are part of the history of 1,000 years, and we cannot destroy that history. It is also to let you know that it is not just masquerading which you see, but they also believe in the Almighty God that we serve. The eagles you will see here today include Egun Re, Egun Aladoko, Egun Arobi, Egun Ede. Now, Egun Arobi, for instance, historically is one that is loved by expectant women who are looking unto God for childbearing. And history has it, tradition has it, that they will pray to Orija, who is the Almighty God. There's only one God. And they get answered. Some of them, like Egun Re, they are noted traditionally for being very good historians. In the course of this event, you'll be hearing from Egun Re the story of fish and water. When you hear the Yoruba say, Omi lo ma say, Eja jina, or whatever, it is really rooted in that folklore story. You will be hearing more of that. You will also notice even though the amplifiers have blocked the view now for my mothers of G7 there. Two other displays. One is Agada. Israel. Agada. And Agada is different from Akwe. Akwe, as they will explain to you, Akwe Wegwai. Agada. Baba Are. Keri Baba Are. Oh, okay. Okay, Atakwe, Ati Agada. They are. I'll give a minute for Baba Pashawi to be seated. Abolo Ojekwe. Aha, okay. So, you know what for me, Yagada. You know what me, Ati Yakwi. Now, Chief Are, Kayode Are, is one of the most respected manufacturers of these dancing implements. Chief Anyway, please, Dr. Alaya, please seat our guests whenever as they arrive. So this Akwe and Agada, it is not just for dancing. It is also an ornamental gift. And we will be asking you as well to proceed to the table at the appropriate time. It's Yashin. Okay. So you can pick some up as gifts for your friends. You can pick some up for those who are celebrating joyous milestones, their ages or weddings or whatever. Just to let you know what we have in stock. Then games that are now, apportion time, there will be games of Ekwe and Ayo. It is not just to while away the time, but the game of Ekwe is one which can engage the attention of youths, keep them away from mischievous activities, but in planting and targeting an Ekwe, it powerfully concentrates the mind and it trains the mind to be able to focus on an objective that has a reward. And as I said, it keeps youth out of mischief. Lastly is the food stall. We have here, and you'll have the pleasure of tasting the varieties. Elekute okete, elekute po, atojojo. And we want to encourage them that all these that I have mentioned, they are not merely snacks. They can be eaten as whole meals. For those who drink, there really can be nothing better for dinner than a chilly bottle of Heineken with Elekute okete or Jojo, or for our mummies with a cold Coke. And then they have long staying power, so you can refrigerate them. And when food is not ready on the table and the father of the house comes in, or the children are being very hungry, you can serve it out to them. We noticed that in Owo, they are hidden in rooms. You have to go to rooms to go and buy them. And we want really to encourage them to be smart enough to market them on the streets for all of you to serve them at parties, at weddings, for all of you to recognize it as being a very healthy food to eat. And they will be served around in fullness of time. Then you can see there is a book stall to your left there. There are several books there, including a recent work on the history of our war, which is the first authoritative one since Baba Ishara published his book in about 1949 or thereabout. So please feel free to take advantage of what we have. Last but not the least, you are being requested at this event, and you will be invited out as you indicate the desire to speak. We also want you to share your views about how we can preserve these traditions and customs. We want you to share your views with us about how we can market them sufficiently to generate revenue. For those who are weaving cloth, to do them in commercial quantities, to register students who are jobless, to train in them. So please, when the time comes to ask you to do this, I want to implore you to come and share the wealth of your experience with us. We do not pretend to know it at all. This is indeed quite a forum for fertilization of ideas, for guidance, so that we too can learn, and so that the objectives that we have in mind and desire will be accomplished. And so help us God. I'm going to request Professor Adene and Professor Olawoye to come forward to come and demonstrate some aspects also of these our traditions and culture. Many of you will feel a sense of attachment when you have listened to them. So I'd like you as they come to give them a round of applause to encourage them. Professor Felicia Adene and Professor Oladapo Olawoye. Me if you're professor on count my chair, you might not to need on your
Very, very briefly, these tools you see in our hands is called Kumchege. I thought initially that it originated and existed only in a war. But I was surprised, and I guess some of you or many of you will be surprised too. I was on an international conference to Dakar, Senegal, and an excursion out to the market, I found it there. Actually, we bought these two from Dakar, Senegal. And recently a friend also went to Ivory Coast and found them there. So whether we know it, before we forget about it, it's a tool that is becoming internationalized. It's used by young people, male and female, for relaxing, for playing, for joking, and for real music. So we're going to demonstrate a little bit of it for you this evening. Ọmọdé jùgún, ọmọdé jàkàlà, ọmọdé jòrò mádìyẹ lúwo tọ̀tọ̀. Kàfíké bàtà kò tó ojútò yóò rẹ̀ngẹ̀. Ìgboro mi rè náà lé ayé màmá àbọ̀ fẹ́ mú òpè. Ayẹyẹ ò ẹrù rẹ̀ máa gbìyànjú lára lò. Ṣé mi ò dé? Dimiti re mi o ko fẹ́ràn rẹ o. Dimiti re mi o ko sẹ́nu rẹ o. Dimiti re mi o ko sẹ́nu rẹ o.
A round of applause for that.